Facebook, in Constant Contact, and in the bulletin. This talk that I give today will also be posted as well. So my friends, today I talk to you about here at St. Elizabeth, the increased offertory letter that you all received in December. And I thought to myself, what more can I say that was not in that letter? First thing that I thought about was when I was sitting where you are also sitting, when I was a parishioner. Although I am a priest today and participate in the offertory as well, I went back to the days when I sat as a parishioner in the pews and thought about the churches that I attended. And I thought to myself, why did I give over the years to the churches that I grew up in? The first reason was because of so much of that desire to want to attend church, where we listen to the liturgy of the Word and the liturgy of the Eucharist, where we receive the very body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. Because, my friends, as Catholics, we are a Eucharistic people. We desire the Eucharist, and it's here in the Catholic churches that we receive that Eucharist. Why did I give to offertory? Because of the aspects of community. Sharing our faith together in church and even outside of church. In the churches that I attended, that meant at times after Mass, like we have here, and it will return, my friends, coffee and donuts, spending time talking with each other, watching the little kids run around and play with each other. But also the community aspects of one of the churches that I went to had a quarterly wine and cheese. And it was great to attend that as well, to be together in community. When I was a young adult, I participated in many of the young adult activities where I formed some really, really good bonds of friendship with the faith-filled as well. And of course, when I became an adult before becoming a priest, I participated in a lot of the adult programs. Why did I give each week or each month to the offertory of the church that I was at? Because of the programs that they offered that I liked. Many programs like Bible study, mission trips, films with discussions that followed. I also went to church because of the young families and the children. I liked to see that the young families and the children were there because I knew that they would have the same opportunity I had when I was young with my family and as a child. My friends in Christ, I don't have any children, so when I was growing up in the church and still giving to offertory, I didn't have any children in the faith formation program. But I understood, my friends, that the foundation of my faith came from my parents and the faith formation programs that I participated in from grades 1 to grades 12. Why did I continue to give offertory to the churches that I attended? Because they helped to form me in who I am today, and I hope the same holds true for you as well. I also wanted to continue whether I was participating or not, because in giving to the offertory, I'm giving back the opportunity that was given to me. Again, as I mentioned, my friends, it was my parents, the faith formation, the adult programs, the children programs, the mission trips that I went on that helped to form me in who I am today. And it gives me great pleasure when I was older, as an adult, to see again the young families and the children there, but to also see those who don't have children anymore, that those children have grown up, that have children that have grown up that still came to church, because I could connect with them at the various programs that they had. I remember as well that it was my parents and my grandparents, my aunts and my uncles, when I was a kid, who were giving the offertory, so that the church that we went to when I was growing up was a strong, faith-filled church with many people there. 75 years ago, my friends in Christ, Catholics here in Acton acted upon their faith in God and established St. Elizabeth of Hungary. Through their efforts, through the offertory, through teaching in the various programs, through participating in the various programs, 75 years later, St. Elizabeth is still here. 60 years ago, Catholics at Stowe also acted upon their faith and built St. Isidore as well. And so I want to spend a few more minutes talking about what a faith-filled community we have and where the offertory money goes to. First, it's a place to come together here to worship, to receive, as I mentioned, the very body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. What a gift God has given to us, his only begotten Son. And what a gift that we celebrate here in the altar, the Eucharist, where the bread and wine is changed into the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Christ. What a very strong and vibrant, faith-filled community we have, evident in the worships that we have every single weekend, and the volunteers who lecture, the people who sing in the choir, the arts and entertainment people who put together all of the decorations, the greeters, the ushers, and of course the AV ministry, who week after week give us the ability to live stream for those who can't make it for whatever reason. We have a strong, vibrant community as well of outreach. In both churches, we have a great St. Vincent de Paul community, St. Vincent de Paul Council that gives out to those in need within our own community. We have an adult Christian service ministry that does so much work like food collection and bringing that to the Boston Food Bank. What about at both churches, the Christmas giving trees that we have to give to those less fortunate? How about our teens, week after week, going to the Lazarus House up in Lawrence to feed the poor, in the various mission trips that we have? This makes for a great, strong, faith-filled community. You know what else does, my friends in Christ? A very strong and very powerful faith formation programs that we have here from grades 1 to grades 12. And all of the other programs that we offer, like Alpha and everything else. Here at St. Elizabeth, we're able to have baptisms, first communions, confirmation, reconciliation. When someone we know and love in our community passes away, we have those funeral masses. We have those who desire to get married, the weddings that we celebrate. How about the retreats that we give each and every year? Tiese prayer that Andrea puts on with the choir every month. What about the annual remembrance service that we have? It's these programs that are funded through our offertory. And also, my friends in Christ, none of this would be possible if we didn't have such an incredible staff who work day in and day out to bring these programs to us. We wouldn't have any of this if we didn't have the money to pay the electrical bills, like the lights, the heat in the winter, the water bills, the salaries of the staff. We have a faith-filled, vibrant community. I've been here now almost 4 years, and I've come to love this community, not only because of the people that we have, all of you, but because of the faith-filled community that we have, the programs and the masses that we celebrate. So my friends in Christ, in all of this, I'm asking if it is all possible to increase your offertory given. No matter how much you can increase it, remember, every little bit counts. If you have the means, maybe you want to give $5 extra more a week or $20 extra more a month. If not, maybe a couple of dollars more a week or $10 more a month. If we all pull together, with the means that you have, we can continue with the programs, the salaries, the expenses that we have within this community. I know many of you are facing financial challenges during this pandemic. I get it. And I understand if you can't give to this year's increased offertory. But I ask, if you can't, keep the increased offertory in your prayers. It's a form for us to continue what we're doing today, what we will do in 2022. In closing, I want to let you know that myself, the Director of Finance and Operations, Anne-Marie Mozzacatelli, and the Finance Council has, over the last 18 months, cut out $170,000 in expenses. We were able to trim the expenses down so we can continue to offer what we offer. $170,000 in expenses have been removed. Now it's time for all of us, including myself, to work on the revenue side, and that is offertory. This week, think about your time spent here at St. Isidore and St. Elizabeth, and think if you're able to give a little bit more to do so. Thank you for hearing me out. Remember, the next 51 weeks, homilies, right? Now, I say that to laugh because it's nervous for a pastor to get up here and do this, to talk about money. I'd rather be giving a homily, but I know it's in the betterment for all of us and for the two churches that we love. And God bless you.